Chris Evans, is this your first time podcast?
I think so. My first podcast. Nice. Popping my podcast cherry. Yeah, I think so. I'll be really. Oh no. Well, I don't know. No, I think Doug Benson has.
Doug Loves Movies.
I did that.
Okay.
But I was very drunk.
I did his Getting High with Doug.
Getting Doug with high.
Oh, was that fun?
Getting Doug with high, yeah.
I did the very first episode.
You did? Was it really fun?
I had a straight up panic attack and just tried to hide it, but I think I had fun.
That's why I got drunk.
I had a really fun, weird time. It was, I don't know. I would do it again.
It's been. I would make me. I would freak out a little bit. It's different because this is my thing in my dining room or whatever, and I think that our listeners are forgiving of our underproducing.
So far they are.
So far, and doesn't it make you feel safe?
Yeah.
Listen, we're just here. We got the headphones on, just talking to microphones.
I got my champagne, my beer.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, you don't like the headphones.
I have everything. I don't.
Okay. All right. Well, let me help you get used to it.
Oh no! See that?
Yeah, 1 year,
Okay.
1 year off. It feels like now you're part of the.
Now I'm in the room again.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, I don't want you to do that.
Maybe
But
it's
thank you.
because you need to be
I'm not
our
drunk
protector.
enough. Oh, sure, that's it. See, I need to know.
Yeah.
I feel very cut off from the outside world. I
Yeah.
could get assassanated.
No, exactly. Like if someone
I
creepy
need to have my
was,
wits about me. Jason
crawling-
Bourne would never wear these headphones.
I love him.
Okay, well, everyone, sweet listeners, tonight, our amazing guests are Jenny Slate and Chris Evans. And I'm just so thrilled, as always. But this is especially meaningful because Chris Evans and I have known each other for a long time. And we did What's Your Number together. And Jenny Slate and my husband, Chris, were on Parks and Rec together. And anyway, it's a big thrill for me. And I hope that you guys enjoy tonight's episode. And now...
No pressure at all.
That's a lovely introduction.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I didn't use a ton of adjectives, though, did I?
You just gave the facts.
I just went straight to the feelings. They made me feel good.
Oh, we try to do a
get you crying.
feel good podcast.
That was just off the cuff, Anna. That was a great intro.
Fuck you, Sim. I cannot
good, we
fucking
can
believe
swear.
it.
I didn't
That
know.
was
I
Yeah,
was
this is,
gonna ask.
yes,
I'm
this
glad.
is an R-rated
He's so
podcast.
fucking patronizing towards me. That was a good intro.
Hey,
Anna.
was that
Fuck
patronizing?
you.
Do you feel like it was
Yes,
patronizing
it
at
was
all? I
totally-
thought that was completely sincere.
This is going to make or break you guys.
No,
Whose side do you want to be on?
Oh man, yeah. Don't make us choose this quick. I'm not ready.
Well,
to
you
pick a
guys
side.
have history. If you want to choose Anna, that's fine.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Okay.
I'll take on it.
All right.
Sometimes I space out.
You guys, you know
doing
what?
a
Go with
podcast.
The thing is, and we're going to actually, I want to talk to you guys at length about this a little bit because Sim and I have a platonic heterosexual relationship.
Yeah.
And we've known each other for a really long time.
15, going on 16 years. 16 years.
Yeah,
maybe.
you're my oldest friend in LA. Sim is 93.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You will die soon, though. Definitely for all of us.
I know.
But yeah, anyway, we talk a lot about the idea of sort of how does a platonic relationship survive in whatever we do and also just in general and how I think we've sort of come to terms with the idea that we've seen so many of each other's flaws.
Well, we've been through so much.
I know. We have divorce and
Everything.
I don't know. Yeah.
At this point, it's just, you are just like one of my good pals. I care about you.
Thanks. No, I totally view you as my best friend, Sim.
You said good pals.
I value
rough.
as one of my best friends. As my best. Is that what you said?
Well,
yes,
I don't know.
you were my
I
best
don't mean to
friend.
put that pressure on you.
No,
but,
no, of course. Are you kidding me? Of course.
But it is rare.
It is definitely rare. Well, you guys have the same thing.
That's
Chris
what
and
we're
Jenny.
talking about.
Yes, obviously Jenny, but I've oddly enough, I've only known Jenny for a few months, which is
Yeah.
insane to say.
It
because
doesn't feel like that.
It doesn't at all.
I just saw you guys kind of
like
you
the
kind
same
of
animal.
poked her. You guys have this.
Yeah.
Like, this
Slapped him in
brother
the
She
face.
and
slaps
sister
me in
kind
the
of
face. It's great.
Yeah,
My best friend in the world is a girl back in Massachusetts named Tara, who I've also.
I love
you know,
her.
and she's Jenny met her. She's just like
Lovely.
the sweetest, most wonderful thing in the world. But obviously, I've known her forever. But I truly believe, even if I didn't know her this entire time and I met Tara tomorrow for the first time, right away you just have a connection.
Right.
Sometimes you meet the same animal, and that's what Jenny was.
I was singing your praises earlier, Chris.
Oh, thanks.
To Sim because
Do it again. What were you saying?
because
Jenny, pay attention.
like you could not be more like masculine. You were like
Nice.
like
Nice.
you are
So
What else?
bro-y.
Should I do some push-ups?
it's but
but I'm not a complete meatball, bro. I just touched your gum, Jenny.
Yeah.
but
Trash.
what I love though, I love it that you've
Sorry,
always
back to my masculinity.
no yeah but yes it's a
Sorry.
compliment.
Keep going.
But you are because you are like a you know, you've got lots of bro friends, and you know you are Captain America, whatever.
But I'm real femme too.
But
It's okay. You can say
I
it.
love it that you really love women, not just because of their tight, amazing vaginas,
That's right.
but
Sweet pussies.
Those things are good.
Yeah.
but also because you, I don't know. You
I grew up around
you enjoy,
women. You
yeah.
met my mother?
Yes,
Like,
and
my
she's,
mom
I was
is cool. I have
telling
two
Sam,
sisters.
She was telling me that you really just appreciate being around smart,
Yeah.
intelligent, funny women.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, like I said, I grew up around them. I'm surrounded by them in my life. I mean, I feel like a woman sometimes.
but not a lot of guys. In fact, it's really rare. I feel like the guys
Sure.
are like that. Like you are so. One of the first things that I remember upon meeting you is how easily you laughed at like some of the dumb shit that I said, or that like some of the funny
Yeah,
women
but
on.
to be fair, you're
our-
hilarious.
See, this
To
is
be fair.
exactly this is what I'm talking about. You are the best.
I do like to laugh.
But some guys won't let themselves
Sure.
sort of go to that place. Don't you think, Jenny, that Chris
I do
is like
think so.
a wonderful?
Yeah,
Jenny,
I didn't.
why am I awesome, Jenny?
I didn't know what to expect when I met Chris, and I was like a little scared because I just kind of felt like, well, I don't know him, and he's a giant man with like huge muscles, and he's Captain America, I guess, and whatever it is. I just like we're not gonna. How could we ever like connect? Because I am like the daughter of two artists, and like am I don't know, very involved in the feminist community, and then just like does he care? Does like whatever? And then when I met Chris and found out that his best friend was a woman, and that was like a very long-term friendship, I just had like a real moment of shame of being like, whoa, I definitely prejudged, and I had no idea what he was like. And then, I mean, the first night that we hung out, I was like, oh, I could hang out with Chris for like 90 hours. Shit, sorry, that's me. No, that's okay. You got to get those text messages.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry, listeners. I pride myself on not doing that kind of thing.
I think it's just, I'm 33. There are people that I meet that I do feel like I kind of find a way to love everyone. I do love humans so much. But when you meet someone and you've already had enough of your life that you really know like what your tastes are and what makes you feel comfortable, when you meet someone and you can really connect to them, you're kind of like, let's just go for it.
Right.
Let's
Yeah.
let's see if we can be real friends. And it is nice that even, you know, we made a movie together, but even after the movie is over, we just have like an actual
That's so
friendship.
rare.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
make friends on set, then you have a great time
And
with them.
sometimes it's heartbreaking and they go away.
they go
That's
away
happened
and
to me
you never
before, and
see
it
them again.
fucking kills me. I've got to say, it's happened before, and it really hurts me.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I remember one time I came to set and because Chris, please bear with me through this like
I'm ready.
bevy of
I'm ready.
compliments. But I came to set one day and I was like, oh God, I had a dream that I had this huge bush. And you laughed just like that. And it warmed my heart. And I was like, oh, to make Chris Evans laugh like that feels so good. It warms every ounce
man.
of my
To be
being.
fair, that sounds like a nightmare.
I think it's cool. I tried to grow out my armpits last summer, but I couldn't get there.
Oh, I did for that movie, The Dictator. I actually grew out my armpit hair.
Did you get it? I think it's beautiful. I think you gotta
was
let ladies
not.
have what they want to have.
It was not beautiful. I've been bleaching my hair for so long that I was under. I don't know.
Oh, you thought it was gonna come in blonde?
I didn't think it was going to come blonde because it's not blonde everywhere. But I didn't think it would come in like I thought it'd be sort of wispy and sort of kind of cute, I guess.
Right.
But no, it was
angry.
Oh, and it was like the worst combination of straight and curly. And
That's a bummer when like it can't make a decision. Yeah, like I would want mine to be like my dad's.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
No, it was just. Oh, and it was really New York in the summer.
Oh, bummer.
And so even when I was wearing like a short sleeve shirt, I still felt like a cabby. And yeah, and the day I wrapped, I went home at like 4 a.m. and was in the shower shaving off my armpit hair because it was the juxtaposition between the bright blonde hair and this dark.
Oh, God.
Like gnarly, like deodorant clogged hair. Anyway, so I shaved it off. The next day, production called and they were like, "Can you keep it on for a while? Because I think we're going to do reshoots soon." And
you can get an armpit merkin so easily
these
days.
I did. I sure did.
I'm using my radio voice.
Okay, but Chris Evans, like on a scale of 1 to 10, armpit hair.
How great's my armpit hair?
Well, no, but like a turn off or let's say like
I would.
Let's say
I would prefer.
That's an obvious question.
A lady.
No. But let's say she's like, I mean, she's fucking like you get Victoria's Secret models, whatever. But let's say she's that
not
beautiful. Only that, and she's super fucking funny. And
I mean, I guess,
but she has the hair.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer for me.
But is it a deal breaker?
Well, I guess I want to know why. If there's a rational reason behind it.
She wanted to be free.
Yeah, sure.
Like when I grew mine out last summer, I was like,
is this just lazy or is this like, no I'm making a, exactly. Like there's room for whatever. I'll tell you, my initial reaction might be, curious. I'd want to know what the deal is. Look, it might not be.
Well, what if it was for locks of love?
Or a tiny wig for a baby?
Oh, man.
Okay, but wait, down below, how do you feel?
Oh, I prefer it to stay neat.
Bare?
No, well,
listen,
I'm not gonna
we're safe here. All you're doing is talking to
yeah,
microphone.
Sure. I'm just recording my thoughts forever. Look, I got no problem with that. I prefer it's a little bit of a to be aware. Grooming, just keeping yourself, looking.
You do the same thing for yourself, right?
Absolutely. I am ready to go. I'm streamlined anytime. I'm not
streamlined,
but it's looking. It's been tended to. You know what I mean?
Last year, I'm 39. I finally got on like the laser, like bandwagon. So I got my bikini area done.
All right.
But did you choose a style?
Well, just sort of like I wanted to keep it like a little bit freeform, but sort of but clean it up or whatever, so I wouldn't have to shave if I was on vacation.
I did, like whatever comes out of a bathing suit. I was like, well, I don't want that to be there.
Yeah,
but I want to be able to have a full bush if I feel like that's what's up.
So my gynecologist said though, she was like, I was like, hey, look at me, lasering away, like, and she said, oh, Anna, the bush is back.
The bush is back, though.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
That's what she told me.
I'm
glad to hear you say that because
I think I arrived during the summer last year. I arrived at a point where I was like, man, I'm so sick of not knowing what I do for myself and what I do for men or for like being acceptable in an audition or in a part. And I was just like,
do you take your bush out of auditions?
No, but I love this. So what?
I feel that I don't feel comfortable if oral sex is happening to me if like the undercarriage of my vagina is not like kind of trimmed. I like that for me. But I also think that everybody should be able to have whatever vaginal hairstyle they want. And I really, really believe that. And it's just like, there's too much shit being told to women about like how they smell and how their hair grows that they just need to be able to do what they want to do. But I was like, fuck this. And I grew up my armpits and, I really, enjoyed the shock.
Oh, you did?
That some people, but they didn't, the thing was they weren't getting very long. It's like when a kid tries to grow a mustache, but he's like 14 years old and it's just like a bummer.
It's like cute. It was like cute. It was like,
Yeah.
Oh, that's sexy.
I don't know if I make
My
it
husband was like, it's fine. But my grandmother's, I was on vacation with my family, on a beach vacation, and I was like growing out my pits, and everyone was like, oh, it's so intense. But
were they like, she moved to Los Angeles and we lost her?
my nanas were like, please stop. And they were both so upset that I ended up shaving it. And I never got very far.
How long did you get? Yeah, how old would you get?
I was like 3 weeks in.
Oh, man.
But you know what I gotta say? As an adult woman, I was like, it's crazy that as a 33-year-old, I actually don't know what my own armpit hair looks like.
Right.
Like, I want to know that about myself. I don't give a shit about what anyone else thinks. But then I kind of did.
Yeah,
I shaved
like
it.
I'm not trying to know like how long my nose hair is. I don't know if I make it like a gender thing. It's like I think the same thing about a man. I'd want my undercarriage to be just as tidy as well. That's not because society demands it.
Yeah.
That's because I don't want.
I think that Jenny, I think we're speaking to the same thing. Like, I don't know if we have necessarily that one thing that with a man totally turns us off physically. Like, if we like a man, like we're sort of.
Oh,
Does
I'll
back hair turn you off?
You know, I'm not like I've had boyfriends of all different like physiques and hair situations, and I wouldn't be like, you better show up with back hair tonight. It's not like a preference.
But you wouldn't be.
But
like,
I wouldn't be like, get the fuck out of here. I don't like you.
Right.
If someone's I think like sexiness for me starts in the personality. I really do, and like I don't know. I don't like a dumb guy at all, and I don't like a vain man. But I also one time did have a boyfriend whose balls smelled really badly, and it just
like what?
They smelled like BO. They smelled like BO.
That's a valid question. Like what?
It was like insane. Like I exfoliated them myself. Like I was like, I'll deal with this, and I just couldn't. It was like
It was a problem.
it was
disgusting.
I love it that you tried though.
I washed them in the shower. I exfoliated them.
Bleach.
Did it not work?
No, it was like permanent, and it
Exfoliated.
was
like
like a disgusting bummer. And I really could not get past it after a while. It was gross.
I love it.
That was it.
It sounds like
Yeah.
you gave it a much more solid effort than Chris
That's it.
Evans
She
would.
exfoliated the
Chris.
balls.
if it
That's
were
a
like a
huge
really
effort.
stinky vagina, I don't
Did
know.
you say
if-
sticky or stinky?
Either one is probably not a good situation, but
Yeah.
Are you saying would I?
Well,
stick it
I
out
mean,
if a
like
girl
armpit
needed-
hair, like
Or
like-
Well,
'cause-
again, like I agree with you that if you like someone, if someone is just you just like them, all of a sudden you literally stop seeing the things that you may have labeled as a flaw prior to meeting
Yeah.
the person. So it's easy to have your physical surface superficial preferences, but the second you like somebody, all that shit goes out the window.
But we've been ingrained as women. Do you remember that movie Boomerang?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, remember,
Yes.
like, was it Vanessa who had like the ugly feet or whatever?
Robin Givens.
Yeah, and like,
No, was it Robin? No, it was.
No.
Was it Halle Berry?
no, not Hallie, because she then.
Oh,
ends
it
up
was
with him.
Leela Roshan. If I'm right, I just pulled that one.
But
out.
and
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying.
Leela
The point
Roshan.
being, like she's this hot woman, and like as soon as he saw her feet, and when you see that as a 10-year-old, you're like, oh, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's just like the constant sort of
Sure.
like, man, I guess I
There's just too
And her
There's a
feet
lot
looked
of-
fine in the movie, by the way.
they didn't they?
There was nothing wrong with those feet.
There wasn't.
Also,
anything-
like, you don't have to
I wonder
talk
if that
to
was like a
someone's feet every
producerial
day.
argument.
You know, I just
I bet it's a lot harder now, though.
harder for what?
In general, the demand or expectation of physical praise or kind of what we're expected to look like with Facebook, Instagram, like being in high school as a kid, if you found someone attractive or whatever, it wasn't discussed socially or publicly. And now when these people post these photos and
Of course.
I just heard this other podcast, what was it, where they interviewed like 3 15-year-old girls and posting something on Instagram, and how the social dynamic was dictated based on the responses of, beautiful, so adorable, God, why can't I look like you? Fuck my life, you're so gorgeous. And it really is only rooted in the physical. It's only rooted in the comments are only about how you look and how you appear. And
Yeah.
I bet it's a lot tougher to be 12, 13 now.
I think you're right, and I think because of that,
Thanks.
I feel that you should go fuck yourself.
I'm just gonna let my armpits grow. Fuck it.
I feel like a joy in like feeling this thing that's like, I just want women to just do whatever they want with their bodies. It's too much. It's just too much to feel shame about what is naturally about you. It's too much, and I met this woman like a month ago, and we were in a restaurant. She took off her sweater, and she had a tank top underneath. She was like really cool, smart, and she had armpit hair, and she wasn't like making a statement. That was just her and her body, and I just felt like it's really not about what you have or don't have or what you're showing. It's just about self-love and feeling like you don't have to bend over backwards for the male gaze. That's just like, I don't want to live that way. But then I have my own style. And I'm like, honestly, my personal style means I have like a trimmed bush and I shave my armpits because that's what I like.
Okay, and we're going to post a picture of your bush on the
I
website.
hope so.
Yeah.
For our listeners.
We'll send it to you for approval first.
Yeah. No, don't.
Don't? Okay.
Rip it open, man. Put me out there.
Jenny, I think that this will be like the lifelong struggle.
Yeah, it's
like,
hard.
But because I wish I'm vain.
Me too.
Like, I want people to, I don't know,
Like your bush.
like my bush.
I don't want people to say that like I'm ugly. You know, I don't like want anyone to think that, but I also don't want to.
I don't want to give up full control.
Yeah, I want to look how I think is beautiful, because I think the shame that I feel when I realize like I wore an outfit that I thought was boring, because I was afraid that people wouldn't be into whatever I think is cool. I don't like going to bed like that. I don't think that's why I'm here.
Yeah,
If that makes any sense.
it does. And now, Jenny,
Yes?
we're going to find out why you're here.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got a segment called
They keep like poking
Sims.
each other and punching each other and
I
slapping
have
each
never
other.
hit anybody as much as I hit Chris. And when I came
Who
back,
starts it? Who's the one that
me.
instigates it?
I don't know what it was, but I never hit anybody in my
at it,
life.
look at him.
And then I met Chris. I love
Camera
it.
in here right now. You literally
Dear
just slapped
listeners,
him on the face.
I slap him
Jenny
so much. I
Slate
love
is
it.
Evans.
We have a. Where's that GIF?
I need them to sign
I
release forms.
hit him so much.
Getting injured.
I came
I
back
can't stop. I'm
from
an
making our movie and hit some of my friends because I was so used to just hitting Chris all the time. And a couple of my friends were like, you know what? We really don't like it. And I
You're
hit my
playing
husband
rough.
and he was like, nobody likes that. Like, you shouldn't hit people. And I was like,
No.
oh my God,
Just
you're right.
Chris-
There's only
Chris,
one person.
Do you
I
know
hit.
your own strength? Because you're a strong dude. You're like Lenny from Of
Well,
Mice
that's
and Men.
the other thing. No, is that I
Are you
realized he
saying
was
I'm
letting
like
me do
mentally
it. Like, I thought, I was like, I'm beating this asshole up. Like, I'm killing him. And then there was one day where he, like, grabbed my wrist, and it was like, oh, he's letting me do this. I have I'm like a baby, and he's letting me win.
I don't know. I grew up with four siblings.
Yeah.
We were, you get this. That's like, I don't know. It's rough housing. Rough housing.
And I grew up with sisters, and then, like, I met Chris, and I was just like, oh, I'm going to kill you. I love it.
But okay,
never gonna end.
and I'm going to get to our quiz here in a second. But Chris, do you guys feel like, because you're hugely famous, do you feel like, especially when you meet new people, that people have a hard time adjusting to like being familiar with you? And so like when Jenny is able to hit you, that it's like such an awesome kind of relief in a way that it's like, okay, here's someone who's just like, fuck it, I don't care. Like,
Well, working with someone is different than meeting someone like on the
That's true,
street.
yeah.
When you're working with someone, you right
don't
away
want,
are like, all right,
like,
we're in the same thing. And
a
when
dude
you
on
meet someone
Sunset
the
to just hit you.
Well, yeah, or just in general, like when you meet people, sometimes you learn a lot about people when you meet them, especially just in life, and you just kind of can gauge, I don't know, who people are. It's very interesting what people are, what agendas may be or may not be. I could be, oversensitive to it, but when you're working with someone, that's the beauty of meeting other actors or people you're collaborating with, because the filter, the kind of search for those motives melts a little bit. So you can kind of just meet somebody the way people used to meet people, and
But you see each other at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And you like kind of go through the grind. You bitch about like the annoying person.
Yeah.
together, whatever, and you learn about it, and you spark each other's creativity levels, and
Yeah.
So now you're at the place of physical abuse. That's awesome. What a wonderful story.
It's tough. Jenny's brain dead, so sparking anything takes a lot of voltage.
Yeah, Chris is a true dumbass.
But she's
just
really,
medically speaking.
she's really pulling it off, isn't she? For being like technically like special.
Oh no, Chris is such a true dummy. It is so beautiful that he even tries.
Jenny used to wear a helmet. Jenny, tell them about the helmet.
Like
I've got a couple of helmets in the garage if you want.
She'll feel right at home. That's why she loves the headphones.
Okay.
Protect that
I
noggin.
will
It's
really,
okay.
really kill you.
You guys, we're gonna move on
We gotta get
to.
them to focus first because
I know. They're holding hands, but they were about to punch each other. Okay, so this is our new segment called Not So Rapid Fire that Sim came up with. So we have a series of questions. The first one, Chris, is for you.
I'm ready.
Okay. You are driving on Laurel Canyon, about to make a right turn onto Ventura Boulevard. You're kind enough to let another car jump in front of you, but he doesn't give you the courtesy thank you wave. Mm-hmm. This really irks you because you're late to a general meeting with legendary actor Gary Busey at Pokito Moss.
He's a firecracker. He's unpredictable.
He's also on the commercials for Amazon Fire TV.
So you decide to speed up and cut in front of the person who person who you let in without giving him a signal. Then, pew, pew, you get pulled over.
Okay.
I'll play the cop.
Wait, is this a question or is this
a question?
This is
Improv.
This has turned into a little
This
bit
turned
of a
into an
role-playing.
improv.
I just
I'm intrigued. What's happening?
I just
This is a nightmare.
want to know
I
what
don't
you're.
have enough beer in me.
All right.
It started off as a rapid fire question, and Anna turned it into something.
I really
else.
like every
She
time
made it
you
her
said
own.
another sentence, I was like, I know exactly what I'm going to say. It just kept growing
Okay.
like a snowball.
All right.
Okay, go.
Sir?
Yes, what seems to be the trouble?
No, sir.
Officer.
Sir, I'm going to need your license, your registration, proof of insurance.
Okay, here you go. I don't know if I have my insurance 'cause I never have my insurance card. I've been pulled over 1,000 times and I never. Here's my license, registration. I don't know if I have my insurance.
All right. Well, I'm just going to run a couple.
Okay.
I'll be right
Do you
right
like films? Do you watch movies?
back. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. So, do you know why I pulled you over, sir?
No.
You failed to signal.
Oh, well, that's a bummer. I'm in a big hurry, and it's.
What's your big hurry today?
Have you seen Point Break? There's this legendary film actor that I'm really late to meet right now.
I see. So you're kind of a Hollywood hotshot, huh?
That's right. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Well, I don't
And this is where,
recognize
if you.
you.
Could see it, I'd pull out from the back seat a headshot and just kind of right here.
Wait a minute. You'll sign a headshot
Like,
for me?
Just this.
Actually, I got to tell you, I've got a son. He's a huge fan.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is he?
But listen.
Oh, no way. What's his name?
John.
Oh, John. That's great. How old is he?
He's 12.
Oh, that's great. Great age. That's great. What is John? What is he like?
Oh, Captain America.
Oh, really?
Hey, is there any way
you're
we
so
could
sweet.
we could come to your next premiere?
This is when the ticket.
'Cause,
I'm good.
Because we would love to come to your next premiere.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it would be his dream.
Oh man, like this gives me anxiety. like I'm
I
breaking
feel very
the fourth wall.
anxious as well.
That's crazy because that is what. I had a woman once approach me in an airport and ask me to like fly to Dallas for her son that was, depressed or whatever. It was just like, man, like you are really. Asking a lot. This is crazy.
That doesn't seem like that much.
I literally just shook your hand.
Your
I'm all for
counsel is
helping,
depressed.
but
Her
you want me to
depressed
fly
son.
to Dallas?
Jeez, Chris.
Oh, sorry.
Where's
back to
your
thing.
heart? No.
Yes, I will come to the kid's birthday party.
No. I wanted an invite to your.
Oh,
next
the premiere. That's right. It
Yeah.
wasn't a birthday party. The premiere.
Yeah, it'd be cool if we could
sure.
walk the carpet
Give
with
me your
you,
number.
or
Give me your number. I'll call you.
all right. Listen,
That's the move.
That's the move.
I'm just gonna give you a ticket for an expired tab, and you'll be on your way.
Well, that's horseshit. You're just not coming to the premiere at
Right. No. All right. Well, that was me being a cop. And
you killed it. I'm a little disappointed in my performance.
Have you guys ever gotten out of tickets before?
I've never gotten a ticket before.
Really?
Oh my God, that was the cutest. Can I recreate that? I've never gotten a ticket before. In like the sexiest, innocent voice.
Cops feel really bad when they approach the car and they see the helmet and they're like, you know what? I can't ticket this girl. She's really getting it done.
But you are from hell.
Good for her.
I'm from hell. You are from hell.
But I bet it's because you're probably a safe driver.
Well, I've only been driving for 4 years, and I just got in my first accident last week or the week before. A girl rear-ended me while she was texting, and I didn't know what to do, and so I just said, let's not let this ruin our day, and then drove away.
That's not your
God,
fault.
I love
Like,
you.
my neck.
It's really different getting rear-ended than it is actually rear-ending.
But I also don't speed. I don't speed. I have like a tiny little Prius, and I just do what I'm supposed to do for the most part.
Yeah.
I really was so scared when I first moved here. I didn't go on the highway for a year, and I was like on a show where we were shooting in oh my God, so far away, whatever, I cannot remember, like an hour away by the freeway, and I had to take local roads. It took me like 2 hours to get there every day. But
You never drove on the freeway in Boston?
Like you guys have like the worst reputation in the country.
I didn't drive in Boston because like I was wildly bizarre and weird. Like I didn't.
When you turned 16, you didn't get your license?
No, because I didn't have a lot of friends and I didn't have a car and I didn't really care if I had it, so I just didn't get it.
So
The friends
you
had a
just
problem with the helmet.
stayed in.
I stayed at home.
And did you write in your diary?
Oh, by the way,
Oh my God.
majorly.
Shit,
and
I
most
should
of
have
it
asked
is
you to
like,
bring your
I need to
diaries
stop
over.
doing that, and that is underlined, and
the
that is
screenshots
masturbating.
of Jenny's
Oh,
diary
I sent them
is
to
like
Chris.
the best thing ever.
Can you give me an example
Because the
of
truth
an
is, it's
entry?
really like it's still wildly creative and clever and like profound. Like it's or just like
You just
your
can't stop
phrasing. Who was it who deserves no mercy?
Oh, Lydia Crafts. Lydia Crafts.
It's just Lydia Krause deserves no mercy.
Over Thanksgiving, I was looking through these diaries and I was like, damn it. Like, this is insane. I had a real hard time in school. And, I mean, sort of, like, not for half of it. And then suddenly it was just like, you're a dork. Like, came out of nowhere. I mean, for me. And now I'm like, oh, I get why. But, at the time I was like, wait, what's happening? I have like these diaries that I kept, and they're all like really emotional and really full of rage, but also horniness.
Will you come back and read? Because I really wanted. I have the fantasy segment of our diary readings.
Well, you have your diary too, Anna. So it'd be fun to read entries. from
Yeah,
We should go back and forth.
Jenny, I think that you and I were not dissimilar in. I was such like a D+ of social class. Like I wasn't even like it would be one thing to have been an F and definitely one thing to have been an A.
Right.
But I was like really hovering between C- and D+ because I wanted to be part of things, which only makes you like dismissed, but I was still angry. Anyway, whatever.
Oh, I really understand what you're saying. My parents are really nice, and I honestly was pretty happy with them being my friends and like my sisters. But they would always be like, you know what, Jen, now's not your time. Like the people that are thriving now,
Oh, I love
they're
that.
not gonna get it.
My mom used to tell, she was like, you're a diamond in the rough.
Like Aladdin.
I just still don't think I've been like polished up in Antwerp yet.
No, I don't either. But I've begun to really love like the little stupid.
I'm glad things ended up the way they.
It all works out. Honestly, the second you become sexually active and you're just like, oh, phew, at least I fuck. You're like, okay, well, I can go from here.
Okay, so this one is a rapid fire.
Oh, okay.
So, who was your celebrity crush growing up?
Michael Dukakis and also Ray Liotta from Field of Dreams.
Oh.
Yeah.
That
And
is
Kevin Costner.
incorrect. I'm sorry, that's not the answer we were looking for.
I love Michael Dukakis, truly. And I saw him one time and I invited him to my birthday party and he didn't come. And I wrote him a letter about it.
You did?
Yeah.
I love you. I wrote 311 a letter once.
311? I really liked. I wrote Christina Ricci a letter and never sent it.
Oh, so was that your answer?
Oh, my celebrity crush.
Yeah.
No, my celebrity crush was Sandra Bullock.
Now, this is a question for Jenny.
Yes, I love questions.
I'll take this one.
The hit 80s classic film, 3 Men and a Baby, is being recast with Iron Man, Star-Lord, and Captain America. Who plays the Ted Danson role? Who plays the Tom Selleck role? And who plays Steve Guttenberg?
What the hell? Who the hell is going to be Guttenberg?
That's a tough one.
Okay, hold on.
Everyone's going to want to be Selleck. Come on, let's be real.
Selleck
You
is
got-
the one.
Everyone
You got
wants to
Downey.
be Tom Selleck.
Who was it? It's Chris. This Chris.
My Chris.
Your Chris.
and Downey.
Robert
Downey.
Downey Jr.
You know what?
Oh, I'm
to be
so
totally
fucking
honest,
Gutenberg. I'm Gutenberg.
Chris-
That's what's happening here. I know what's
my
happening here.
God.
I'm fucking Goots. Pratt's is fucking dancing, and Downey's taking Selleck. I get it, guys. I get it. But you know what? That's
that
not a
is
bad
like
thing.
not what I
what
thought.
were you going to say? Go.
We wanted you to be the baby.
I thought.
Oh, Charlize Theron's going to play the baby.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's really hard. Gutenberg, like, there's no one like him now. You know,
He was a true original.
He
Yeah.
was the best.
He was amazing.
it's a
He
tough
is
stuff.
the best. He's
He
still
is.
alive.
You know what? Maybe you are Gutenberg. Are you Gutenberg? You fucking weirdo. Wow. I kind of would reorient it. I think I would go for Downey as Gutenberg, and I would put I guess
I
I
could
would
see
put
Selleck.
Chris-
I could see
well,
Evans as
I would
Selleck,
put Chris
right?
as Selleck, and then I would put. But the thing is that Ted Danson has a really deep soul. Like, I feel that he has like the soul of like a 99 million-year-old wolf, and I think that Chris could like plug into that a little bit.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So
So
you-
I
Chris is
will
dancing.
take
Because
it.
Chris runs super deep, really.
Oh,
yeah,
I
so I
know,
think
I
Chris
know.
might be
Chris,
dancing.
Chris Evans is dancing.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt is
Selleck.
Pratt could be Selleck
Selleck.
for sure.
and
Downey's
Downey
Gutenberg.
is Gutenberg.
But honestly, I'm not even thinking about the movie. I'm just thinking about who can step into someone else's soul at this point.
Gotcha.
I'm so glad.
High five.
You know how when you're like, when like the river is like still, and that's apparently when the river guides are like, this is where it's deepest and most dangerous.
Ooh.
I feel like Jenny like
wow.
wanders into that territory.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen. This is for both of you. Multiple choice.
Okay.
If you were to murder someone you really hate,
Yeah.
we are talking hate level 5 out of 5. So let's pretend you're capable of that level of hate if you're not. I would like to know your murder weapon of choice. Here are some choices. A, piano wire. B, rifle with bayonet.
Ooh.
C,
That's messy.
injecting Windex into a main artery. D, fill out your own. Or choose your own, I guess. Is
It's
what.
tough.
I actually would go for the like Windex route, sort of like a slow poison, because I don't have anybody that I hate that much, but I think that if I did, I would want them to really consider why they were dying, and I would want them to really feel it. So I would make it happen slowly and make them feel those thoughts. And also, I don't like piano wire stuff. It really scares me. I don't like stuff to the throat.
You don't like throat stuff.
I
yeah.
don't.
You don't want the whole notion of being
Oh.
strangled.
You
Scared.
also have the option of like your own choice
My own
here.
new
Yeah.
thing.
Like fire or
Sure.
Oh God,
Car
no
explosion.
one wants to burn. That
no,
sounds the worst.
and no one wants to
Drowning is the
Well,
worst.
now would you rather drown or burn?
I don't
drown.
know.
Oh, yeah,
No.
but wait a minute. Hypothermia, that's not so bad, right?
Oh, that's the
Right, because you know what's beautiful about hypothermia is that you get disoriented.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's like
you
a little bit
get
of a
little
drug. You're like,
euphoric.
"Mm."
yeah, right. And then,
You know what I would do? Exile.
oh,
I would
What about like
drop
like
them.
starvation.
What about like
Yeah.
dripping
Exile?
acid, like a big like eyedropper full of acid on their neck?
What?
This is how I
You
played.
kill someone like that?
Yeah.
Did you do this in a movie?
Well, yeah. Well,
Or did you
that,
do a
that,
murder
that did
like
happen. You can overdose on LSD, and you can have a
Oh,
liquid-
acid. I
liquid-
thought you meant like
not
ruin your like
tripping
burn your
ball,
face.
no, like a little
Yeah, no,
eyedropper of LSD,
Right.
and just
So that seems smart, but
Trip
is
yourself.
that something let's say you're not going to get caught for this.
Sure.
This is somebody that you really, really don't like. That seems like a crafty way
I don't wish
to get
death
away
on
with
anybody.
murder.
This is a tough
If I really were going to kill, I feel like you got to believe, even if you wanted to kill them, this is going to haunt you forever.
That's true.
You're going to be seeing this forever. I'd want it to be done real quick.
Yeah.
Gunshot, face, done.
Have you ever seen the Spanish version of that movie, The Secret in Their Eyes?
No.
It's really fucking good. And like a terrible crime happens. Well, whatever. The way that the person gets back at the person who does the bad thing is by keeping them forever. Like keeping them. And just like.
Is he old boy?
No.
Like room, like chained up, like in a small area.
Yeah, like the man, the man is kept in a cell forever and fed like a dog.
Yeah, that's exactly.
But they're tied to each other. The thing is, like, if you kill someone, like your soul, you're super tied to them forever, which is why I would never want to.
Okay, well, let me rephrase.
Sorry,
you know what?
Really
because we've asked this question. Okay, so let's say it's not about revenge killing.
Okay.
Let's say it's about an intrusion. Someone is intruding your house, about to threaten your life. Okay. So it's a self-defense.
And Anna, you've mentioned this before.
Dead.
Talk about what you would do, because you've had this recurring dream, right? And you mentioned it on the Aubrey episode as well.
Well, so I keep a couple of large knives. Chris has a hefty gun collection, but I can't. That's totally one of those instances where I would get murdered by my own weapon, you know? Because somebody would be like, give me that. And I'd be like, oh, okay.
I agree. I think both of you are handing over your guns.
Yeah, neither one of us.
I know both of you.
I do have these knives, these large, beautiful knives. And I do think, okay, well, at least they're sort of like, they're kind of locked up by my bedside, so Jack can't access them, but they are there. So when Chris is gone, I do think, all right, well, if I hear somebody coming up, will I be able to stab said person? And so here was my plan. Well, hey, you didn't even hear me. Okay. Did you hear me out?
No, sorry. Tell me your stab plan.
Okay, so first of all, I'll have had a little bit of NyQuil.
Oh. Sure. Okay. All right.
Okay. So
this is a loopy stabbing.
Yeah. That's the only way to do it. I hear somebody coming up. I see said person coming into my bedroom. I grab the knife and I put it under the covers, and then I wait.
Oh, you're sandbagging. Okay.
For the person to climb on top of me, and then I just go and stab him right in the gut. It's a no-go.
What about the porcelain?
Oh, yeah. It's true. Yeah. I do have the porcelain lid of the toilet. I do have a fantasy of...
No, that's never going to work.
Why?
That's coming out of your hands. If you get the drop on someone, if you know you're
that's
there,
when I run into the... If I run into the bathroom...
If we're face-to-face and you're coming at me with a porcelain toilet, you're dead.
No, but what if I'm in the bathroom hiding...
Okay.
I could potentially grab
it's like the lid.
Yeah.
Right.
It really has to be a behind-the-door surprise sneak attack.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're murdered. Knives are funny. I think taser.
Knives are funny?
Knives are funny, man. I think you think a knife is a safe thing, but in a weird way, like, well... All right, this will sound strange. Like I've been in fights, and sometimes like when someone's in sometimes some things happen on instinct, and sometimes when a certain person's in a vulnerable thing, you hesitate, you stop. Like something in you is like, this is awful, and I really feel like it would be hard to stab somebody. Shooting someone, you're pulling a trigger, and that's why tasing, you're hitting a button. To stab someone, all of a sudden your moxie may.
Have you
really
thought about?
Drain.
When you're a jet.
You're a jet all the way.
Okay.
Well, you're speaking my language. Like I grew up with women. I know this reference.
All right, now.
I played action.
Easy question. What was the last movie you saw in the theater?
Deadpool.
Zoolander.
Deadpool was awesome.
We saw Room.
No, we saw Anomalisa, you fucking
Oh, no, we saw Anomalisa, sorry. But didn't we watch Room? We didn't watch Room at all?
No.
We saw Anomalisa.
That was some other Jewish friend.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, we did watch Anomalisa.
We went to go see Anomalisa.
Anomalisa's great. We didn't watch The Room at all?
No.
Room is good too. But I love Deadpool. Deadpool was great.
Amazing. I saw it.
It was so good.
I haven't seen it yet. Chris Pratt loved it too.
Yeah.
I have not seen.
I have not seen it either.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have a toddler running around. It's hard to get to the. You know what's hard though? It's like because when you have like those 3-hour chunks of time, it's like you just want to take a bath or a nap
and not go to a movie theater.
Or you just want to check mentally out. Okay, all right. Now, Chris Evans.
Yeah.
Here is a question for you.
They're still fighting, by the way.
Yeah.
I know.
Silent
yes,
fighting.
dear listeners. Yes, there is some fighting going on, but I think that they're making up. Okay, Chris. I don't want to get too intrusive.
Uh-oh.
But let's say you meet a super and I don't know what we don't have to go into any of your dating stuff, but this is hypothetical.
Okay.
Let's say you meet a super hot girl at a bar.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like a nice connection with her.
Yep.
And she's really hot. Would you give her your own number or your assistant's?
I would probably ask for hers.
Okay. Now, let's say you text her later on in the night saying like, great to meet you.
Yep.
Whatever. Then this girl texts you at 3 a.m. that night. Would you be happy with or how?
No, there should be no text. That's a bummer.
Whoa.
It would be a bummer.
Okay, wait. Let me give you your options here.
Okay.
3 a.m. A tit pic, an ass pic, face pic. You have to choose.
All right.
One.
Well, you're certainly gonna any text at all. If you met that night and I sent a text. Let's say we met at 10. Let's say I left the bar at 11. Let's say I send her a text at 11:30 saying, "Hey, great to meet you," and she responds, "Yeah, you too." And then at 3 a.m. there's another text. That
Sure.
right
No,
away.
Sure, she's
it's a
awful.
little bit of a bummer.
Right. But what if she's like really okay? Fine.
But-
I guess.
And now listen,
darn it,
but-
what if
now-
she's really horny.
Now, but wait. Now, there's a difference. There's a listen. If you meet someone like Jenny, you know what I mean? Like someone that clearly is like a
cool,
fun, intelligent human being. You know what I mean? Not just like an intelligent person. And like the text at 3 a.m. is her like being funny or
Yeah,
something.
but I don't text
No,
you
this
at
is
3
this is
a.m.
this
No,
is not
but
that girl.
I'm saying if
Here's-
that's what it were.
Well, I'm basically the question is, are you a tit or ass man?
Okay, let's get this kind of brass that. If I get a fucking dirty
think
picture,
it would be
what do
fun.
I want?
I feel like you'd want a butt.
I'm way more of an ass man. Clearly way more of an ass man.
Why? Clearly, like as though that's
Like
everyone
clearly,
knows.
Just everyone as I walk around, I'm just staring at ass. I guess clearly
You've never
wasn't
noticed the ripe, cute peach butts embedded in the Captain America artwork? Just like major cheeks.
No,
everywhere.
I certainly am. You know, I like butts. Yeah,
Okay.
I guess a butt pic.
Okay,
I don't
so
know. I don't
let's
know.
say
Those
she
are nice.
sends you an ass pic
Yep.
at 3 a.m. You're annoyed because
Well, it's all of us. She's a certain type of person.
sure,
You know.
but that is an amazing ass.
Yeah, sure.
It's like
great.
one of the
Well,
better
but
ones you've seen.
then
You're on
that's
location, let's
fine.
say.
But I'm
Like-
not dating you. You know what I mean?
No,
That's
no.
clearly- so that's fine
No,
for
we
that.
got to keep our eye on her because she's going to turn to be like a psycho person. But at the very least, if you're single at that time, maybe I
Sure.
don't know. There's a hookup exploration.
Well, yeah. That's well, it would be a bummer if the night
No
started
pun
out.
intended. Sorry. Sorry. Bye. I'm going to self-wrap from this podcast. I'm going to wrap out. Sorry.
Yeah, it would be a drag if
it
if you
wouldn't be
started
that-
out with a good night and you thought maybe I could date this person.
But what if you really weren't all that interested in it? Wouldn't it at least be like, maybe you're not at this point in your life, but you know, wouldn't it be like, okay, I'm gonna hook up with this girl for a couple nights and then give her, you know, a gentle goodbye.
Maybe it all really depends. Again, this goes back to like sometimes you meet someone and like right away you feel a certain like
This may not have been that girl.
hunger.
She was just hot.
Like this girl could like.
She was just
try and
hot.
ruin
She
you.
laughed at your jokes, and the music was really loud.
Okay. Okay, I can handle this. Hey, then I'm not mad at these butt pics. Then I'm okay with it.
Okay. All right.
I've never received a dick pic ever.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I may have from my husband.
I don't know. When I met my husband, I had a flip phone and it didn't have a camera, and I don't know, it's not my style. And then it's just like not the way it goes. I don't think he would send me one.
Now we've had to like stop all that because we're always worried about like people hacking our phones.
Yeah,
and stuff.
like I tried to show my husband. We were like Skyping, and like over the summer, and I was like, "Ooh, my butt," and I like tried to show him my butt, and he didn't want me to. Because he was like, somebody could see this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you will show it to us later.
Yeah. My pants are already off.
I was going to say, Jenny,
but
put
my
your
diaper's
clothes
still
back.
on. In case I have to go to the bathroom.
No, but I think, we are definitely, I don't know, we try to be careful now about sort of what we send each other.
You should be. I feel like if you send a picture through a phone, you just have to be, it's just such a bummer about the world, but you have to be like, well, to be honest, everyone might see this, so I have to be comfortable with that. It's such a bummer.
Yeah, but nobody sends bad dick pics.
My dick pics that I send are horrible. You can't see the dick at all.
If this gets out, oh well.
Yeah, like I sent an underpants pic to my husband. I was like, well, if someone sees this, too bad for you. Nobody.
Like a super close-up of an areola.
Yeah,
like,
that's a bummer for
with a tiny bit of fuzz.
Oh, yeah, believe me. There was a photo shoot. There was like a 4-hour dick pic photo shoot. Filters. Oh, the close-up of the areola. That's always like the worst picture.
Is that real? Do people do that?
I don't know. I just thought once you get super close onto anything, things are not going to go great.
Very real.
Okay, so wait, one last question.
And then we'll go to a call.
Okay, great. And my sweet husband, Chris Pratt,
we have a special guest here, too.
is also joining us. Okay, so I've been compiling a list of things that sound better than they actually are.
Ooh, great.
Jacked right now. That's what they said. Chris Pratt came in here looking fucking yoked. I need to leave here and go to the fucking gym.
You look very sexy. Listen, it's Chris. We got
fat right now where it looks like it could be muscle. You know what I mean? It's like if I just lost the fat, I'd be the same size as I was.
I have that same level with like tight T-shirts. I'm at like the level of like a medium where I can fake you out and think I look big, but it's just a way too tight T-shirt.
But I have really large muscles and they're really, really big. They're making everybody uncomfortable. No one would know whether I'm lying or not because it's a microphone. And
Are you going to take your helmet off at some point?
No.
You're going to leave it on.
Slapped across the face.
They've been doing this the entire night. It's hilarious.
Yes.
They've been slapping each other.
Okay, so one last question here. Under things that sound better than they actually are, the list that I've been compiling are things like backpacking around Europe, menage a trois, hot buttered rum, gazpacho, lots of different things.
Those are really good things that sound better than they actually are. That was a good list.
Thank you.
Every one of them, I was like, oh.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Thank
I don't want to do any of those
I
things.
appreciate that.
It was good.
Well, we can continue to, getting maybe your belly button pierced.
Oh, I did that in Y2K.
I am very against belly button piercing.
I really fucked up on that.
I think it's a big mistake.
Yes, it is.
I don't like girls with belly button piercing.
Is that from me hitting you?
Oh, probably.
I'm really sorry.
Okay, but here's the question for you two. Which one sounds better under the umbrella of things that sound better than they actually are? Sex in a hot tub or sex on the beach?
Sex on the beach.
Yeah, sex in a hot tub.
Sex in
good.
the water is the bummer.
No one wants to fuck in the
It's
water.
the worst.
Do they?
I don't know if you guys have thought about the beach though. There's two
Do we have a
compelling
towel?
arguments. No.
It's still
No towel?
better.
No towel.
The wetness
Hot tub.
of the water negates the wetness of a pussy is what happens, and I think everyone knows that.
Yeah,
But what about the
sand
roughness
is
of
everyone's
sand?
enemy.
But the sand, like it gets there and stuff, but there's kind of like a locking system. I feel like I just feel that
I don't know what the
you guys have
locking
really strong
system
beer in
means,
your
but
house.
I love this.
I should go to bed, but
I love this idea of a locking system.
You know, I feel like once
Systems on, lock, in, secured, ready for ejaculation.
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I do feel like sex on the beach, even if it's just bare butts on the sand, pounding it out on that beautiful beach, is better than a hot tub.
Well, you know, you raise a fair point, and I appreciate your honesty and your argument.
Yeah. I mean, in high school, my parents got a hot tub. It's not that I wasn't trying to get fingered in there all the time, but no one's having sex in the hot tub. Not in my life. Thank you.
Well, and getting fingered is a whole other subject
whole
matter
thing.
that we can get into when you and I do our diary readings.
You got it.
Okay, now we are going to do some callers.
Chris, you need to put your headphones on. We're going to call some people right now. We'll call.
Boom. Fucking nailed it.
All right, we're going to call Kate. She's in Toronto. She's 26.